NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season is died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus?
Well,
Have you maintained focus?
Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you through this because the veterans have been here before. They can kind of lead you and guide you.
Do you feel focused right now?
Not at all.
No. Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes three of us. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting New York Knicks. At small forward, Xavier McDaniel. At the other forward position, Kristaps Porzingis. At shooting guard, Allen Houston. At the other guard position, Mark Jackson. At center, Patrick Wood. The head coach of the visiting team is Doc Rivers.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. The New York Knicks are in the United Center tonight to battle it out with one of their longtime rivals, the Chicago Bulls. They're hoping they can carry over some of that momentum from their undefeated homestand.
And they can put themselves into a great position in the season series by winning tonight. They've won the first one, 2 to go after this, so they'd be assured of at least a split.
Any win is important, especially when it's against a team in your conference. You know they want to win this one badly.
So the New York starting five, Porzingis is out there with Ewing. Then there's Jackson, and it's Houston at the shooting guard position. Outside Jordan. Pass to Longley. Outside Jordan. Harper the pass to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by New York. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And it just seemed to me they wanted it more. I mean, you look at the second chance buckets, didn't play a whole lot of up and back. I mean, they stayed with each shot, grabbing the rebound, converting when they could.
Here's McDaniel. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia. Houston, the pass to Ewing. Over Longley. And that one comes up a bit short.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling. Well, whenever you watch the Bulls, you can't help but think back to their golden age. I remember those days. The 90 Bulls are arguably one of the best teams ever. Hard to argue with the greatness of those teams.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's the screen. Pippen against Porzingis. Passes it to McDaniel, and stolen by Jordan. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's McDaniel. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. The screen from Ewing. Here's Houston. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And Smitty, you got to play against Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in the 90s. Just what was it like going up against them during their peak as a team?
A nightmare. The reason why you had two wing defenders in Jordan and Pippen who could guard the basketball. And then you had both those guys that were excellent on offense. And at the end of the game, they had the greatest closer of all time, in my opinion, in MJ.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Michael Jordan. Launches it. Offensive rebound.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Chicago leading by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Screen by Longley. Pippen, the pass to Longley. He got right to the cup using that screen. Longley's got his first points of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this game.
To the inside. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Bulls in second.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
The Bulls have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Outside, Rodman. Pass to Pippen. Right side, Harper. Back to Pippen. And there's the 3-second violation.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Jordan. He's putting up 31 points per, almost 3.5 steals and 6 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Outside Pippen.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
Outside Harper. Jordan the screen. Harper kicks to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Over Houston. Rodman passes to Longley. Harper dishes to Pippen. Here's Jordan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Hey, Steve, we're here at the midway point of the season. You hear a lot about the rookie wall. Talk about why that is such an issue for these first-year guys.
It's not a myth. I mean, you haven't played this amount of games. And I think more importantly, people don't understand, you haven't played against this type of talent in practice. So practice is wearing you down. And then you get a chance to go up against the best of the best for 82 games. You play about 30 in college. Yes, that rookie wall starts to hit you around January.
First one falls for him. And the Knicks making a change here. Kings checked in. And so Jordan nails both of them. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
Porzingis kicks to Ewing, shoots over Longley, tried to bank it in, but he misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Longley's got his second basket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
There's the pass to King. Screen by Porzingis. Feeds to Ewing. From 10 feet out. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Pippen with it. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Here's Longley. Now Pippen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Knicks ball.
And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Taking a look at Chicago, holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, New York, down 4 spots from them.
And, you know, for the Bulls, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
And you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
And Chicago has possession after New York gets the 3. Fades. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 8 points.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
Jackson kicks to Porzingis. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the 3 like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
Now here's Jordan, outside for Pippen. Screen by Longley. Back to Jordan. From deep three-point range, Knicks with the rebound. Ewing's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
King, the pass to Ewing. That shot missing, so the Bulls will take it the other way. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home team just couldn't pull out the win.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
And here's Jordan outside, hands it from downtown. 11 points in the game.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
The screen from Ewing. Jackson kicks to Porzingis. He feeds it to Ewing. Goes up on the wing. That one good for 2.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Outside Jordan. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Jackson. He had 10 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Jackson with it, guarded by Jordan. Here's Houston. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Longley, a screen on Jackson. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's King. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. Now the dish to Ewing. From the wing. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Pippen's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Knicks trail by 5. Pass to King. And the rejection by Pippen. Porzingis with a screen on Harper. Houston, the pass to Ewing. A second chance effort. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Ewing's got 6.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Man, Doc Rivers has quite the resume as a player and as an NBA coach. Won a title with the Boston Celtics, also a former Coach of the Year.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Respect from his peers. Strong track record as a coach. Only missed the playoffs 3 times in his coaching career. He's a player's coach.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Armstrong kicks to Kukoc. 1:57 left here in the first quarter. Here's Kerr for 3. Knicks with the rebound. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. DA?
Well, Kevin, when I asked him about the defensive game plan, he said they have to clog up the middle and deny clean looks at the basket. If they can do that, he thinks they'll have the upper hand. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now Oakley. Marcus Camby missing on the 3. Davis, the pass to Ward. And here's Starks. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again. Steve Kerr comes up with the rebound. Chicago leading by 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Floats one. Ward misses. Chicago's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. 40 seconds left to play here in the first. Screen by Grant. Kicks to Kerr. From deep. Hits it from 3-point range. And now it's an 8-point Bulls lead.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Here's Ward. He's covered by Armstrong. And Grant sends it back. Here's Wennington. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Ward, good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 8. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Flickering lights inside my project home. Second in the mic.
And so here is Chicago. B.J. Armstrong is out there with Kerr. Then there's Grant. Then there's Wennington. And it's Kukoc in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now here's Kukoc. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. Every NBA player, Steve, believes in themselves, but some take it to the extreme. When they're on, they're on. When they're off and cold, they just kind of lose interest, it seems. Which players do you think have this irrational confidence, if you want to call it that?
I think J.R. Smith, every shot, any shot, anywhere he feels is going in, and he will still take shots. He has amnesia. He could be 0 for 10 and keep shooting the basketball. Jamal Crawford is another guy. Those guys, they keep firing. Damian Lillard, they will keep shooting because they feel the next shot is going in.
The free throw drops for Camby.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Here's Starks. Chicago grabs the miss. Outside, Kukoc. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Armstrong. No good from outside. Knicks trail by 9. McDaniel, the pass to Oakley. And the shot is good.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Screen by Grant. Snatched away. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And he makes that one. Here's Armstrong. He dishes it to Kerr. Outside, Kukoc. He kicks to Grant. Over Oakley. Grant the pass to Wennington. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 7.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Passes it to Ward. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Back to Kukoc. For 3, Kerr gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kerr's got 8 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's McDaniel. On the wing, Starks. And he uses the glass on the layup. Starks has got his first points of the game.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Outside, Kukoc. Down low, here's Wennington. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Pass to Ward. Back to Starks. From the arc. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Armstrong dishes to Kukoc. Here's Wennington. Can be covering. Kerr can't hit. Knicks trail by 6. Now here's Camby. He was averaging around 5.5 points a game. Screen by Oakley. Ward the pass to McDaniel. Kept alive, Oakley. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Oakley's got his second basket of the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Screen by Grant. Back to Kukoc. Here's the 3. Grant kicks to Armstrong. For 3, Kerr in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
There's the pass to McDaniel. Starks against Kerr from 11 feet away. A shot by Starks, no good. The Bulls leading by 7. Outside, Kukoc. Screen by Grant. Now the feed to Kerr. Another 3 for Chicago.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Steve is a player. Going with an almost entirely new group. Rodman, he's checked in for Wennington. Pippen comes in for Grant. Bushler's checked in for Kerr. And it's Jordan in for B.J. Armstrong. Now here's Porzingis. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage. Watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. Not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
The Bulls making a switch here. Longley's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks, but if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
And Ewing with the block. And a fast break now for New York. Moving it up. Here's Richardson. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Ewing can't get it to go.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Pippen, the pass to Bushler. Outside, Rodman. Dishes it to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
No doubt about it. He's been a monster from deep.
By and large, defenders have done a poor job of running him off his spots. That's why he keeps firing.
Screened by Longley. Here's Pippen. And Ewing with the block. King against Pippen. Stolen by Pippen. In transition, here come the Bulls. The finish.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's King after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Clock at 6. Here's Ewing. And he gets the bucket. Ewing's got 8. Chicago leading by 6. Outside Pippen. Pass to Longley. Jordan the screen. Longley down low. He's against Ewing. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you think back to just a few years ago when the Bulls were winning the East. That team, core of Rose, Noah, and Dame, had some tough luck not to make it to the finals with that group.
For Chicago, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
The first free throw is good. And with those Rose-led Bulls teams from a few seasons back, it all went south so fast, but those teams were very tough to beat.
It just shows you how much can change in the NBA in a short span. Bulls are working hard to try to get back to that level. It hasn't been an easy road.
Both free throws good from Longley. Knicks trail by 8. Richardson with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Connects from three-point range.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Here's Bushler. Rodman dishes to Jordan. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
And Smitty, would you ever be interested in joining a team as a general manager or a personnel guy in a front office in the league?
I would, Kevin. I mean, I love everything about the game of basketball, and obviously played it, been in broadcasting. But a GM role is something I've always talked about, coaching, front office. Whatever it may be, I'll be happy because I'm in the game of basketball. And then, Kevin, if I get that job, are you coming with me?
I'm always with you, by your side and ready to go. But let me ask you, when you were playing, Steve, did you consciously think, hey, someday I might be a coach, or I'd like to sit up in the stands and evaluate talent? Does it go through your mind in the throes in the middle of your career?
Yes, it does. And a lot of the guys, I would say my mentors, one was Lenny Wilkins. He did a fantastic job. Player coach at one time. I've talked a lot to him. My wife and Joe Dumar's wife are sisters, so me and Joe have a close relationship. Pat Riley, I pick the brains of the best, and hopefully one day I'll get that chance, and hopefully I'll make that move. But right now, I'm loving what I'm doing.
Pippen kicks to Rodman.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Al Richardson looking for his first basket still in this one. There's the pick. Passes to Houston from outside the arc, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
The Bulls leading by 4. And here is Jordan. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
and his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
Longley can't get it to go. New York shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Ewing, the pass to Richardson, over Jordan, and there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Ewing.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Pass to Longley, feeds to Rodman, and then Rodman with the dunk.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Here's Porzingis after the Bulls pick up 2. He feeds it to Ewing. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. You know, you think about the way the Bulls ended their season last year, snuck into the playoffs as the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. And in fact, Smitty, they jumped off to a 2-0 series lead, but then the reverse sweep happens to them.
Yeah, it did. Hard to say how deep they could have gone if they stayed healthy, but they almost put those Cinderella slippers on as an 8th seed. Losing Rondo, it hurt. This team just never looked the same in that series.
And the first one at the line is good. Harper, he's checked in for the Bulls. And a switcher also for New York. Dudley's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
In last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
Harper dishes to Rodman. Here's Pippen. Carries it from about 10 feet away. Pippen's got 8 points. And a big problem for the Knicks in their shortcomings last season was their defense.
Yeah, and listen, they have some shot blocking, but as a whole, the defense lacked teeth. More than anything else, it played a part in the disappointment of last season's campaign, and it's something they'll be focusing on in the coming year.
Here's Longley. He's got 6. Outside, Rodman. Rodman sets a screen. Harper kicks to Rodman. Just 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Shot from the wing. The putback. Ewing gets the rebound. Ewing's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. To the paint. Here's Dudley. Plays it up and banks it in.
And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
Chicago leading. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the middle. And it's Pippen with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. They set the pick. Richardson the pass to King. There's the dish to Ewing. Now the pass to Houston. There's the 3. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's Chicago leading by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Doc, what did you see in the first half, and how does that affect the rest of the game?
I thought we missed some great shots in the first quarter. You can see it affected us. We've been struggling offensively, so it's natural. But we're a defensive team, and we got to be that in the third quarter.
We'll see if that happens, Doc. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Kenny?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. they played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
Chat, what did you think about New York?
The second half is gut check time for the defense. Allowing over 60% shooting is weak sauce. Weak barbecue sauce, weak Butterfinger sauce, weak sauce, period. The coach needs a light fire under these guys. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, Ernie.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Chicago leading by 3. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. They've got Ewing. Jackson is out there with Porzingis. And it's Houston at the 2 guard. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Ewing over Rodman. Ewing, good. Ewing's got 11 points.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
Here's Jordan. Kicks to Harper. Down low. Longley passes to Jordan. 5 to shoot. And Ewing sends it back. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Outside Jackson. He dishes it to Ewing. Shoots over Longley. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Ewing.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
Harper kicks to Jordan. Drills the three-pointer. Jordan's got 21 in the game.
I can't understand in the midst of a game you leave an elite shooter this wide open.
Pass to McDaniel. Here's Houston. He's guarded by Harper. Here's Ewing, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Chicago's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Inside, and the dunk by Jordan.
And what can you say about an alley-oop from that far away?
You can't say anything. It was pure beauty. Passes to Houston. The screen from Ewing. To the paint. Outside for Jackson. Here's Houston. Offline with his 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Rodman kicks to Pippen. Screen by Longley. Pippen is doubled. The feed to Jordan. Shoots off the step back. It's rebounded by New York. Ewing's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. He kicks to Jackson. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. There's the pick. Pass to Houston. From past the arc. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. He's got 26.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him the easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Now here's Pippen. 12 points for him. To the middle. Here's Longley. Lays it up off the glass. Longley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now the pass to Houston. Pass to McDaniel. Houston, the pass to Jackson. The screen from Ewing. And again, New York with the triple.
And a good judge of spacing. Sees he can get it off over the taller man.
This is how he makes his living, making those judgment calls, understanding the opportunities.
Passes it to McDaniel. Dishes to Jackson. Feeds to Ewing. For the lead. It doesn't go for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Pippen. Pass to Longley. Jordan the screen. Knocked away. Ewing against Longley. Here's Jackson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jackson's got 5 now.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
Chicago calls timeout. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Kukoc comes in for Scottie Pippen. Kerr's checked in for Michael Jordan. And Armstrong subbed in for Ron Harper. Here's Armstrong. Kerr kicks to Kukoc. Now the pass to Wennington. Over Camby. No good off the back of the rim. For New York, they've gone 6 of 9 for the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's the dish to Starks. Oakley, a screen on Kerr. Lets it go with a 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Well, last season, there seemed to be a disjoint between the Bulls players and the coaching staff in the front office. Made for a lot of off-the-court distraction, it seemed like, Smitty, and took the wind out of their sails.
You're right. There were a lot of rumors and accusations going around as to why there was a rift. I can tell you this, when things are that sour, it is hard to focus on basketball. Hopefully the Bulls can put that behind them.
Now, here is Starks. Camby up top. Back to Starks. Camby the screen. Launches it. John Starks again. And now an 8-point Knicks lead.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Outside Oakley. Out left to the wing. Here's Starks. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
Chicago making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Well, with this break, let's check out just how the rebounding has been divided up in this game between the front and backcourt for the Bulls.
And it's been the bigs doing most of the work on the glass, and really no surprise there. That's what you pay those guys for, to control that paint and haul in those misses.
Now here's Kukoc. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
The Knicks leading by 9. Starks outside. Here's Ward. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Ward's got 5 now.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Now here's Kukoc. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. Rodman against Oakley. Pass to Ward. He feeds it to Starks. Screen by Oakley. Passes it to Ward from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here is Armstrong. Grant with a screen on Starks. Screen by Grant. Kicks it to Kukoc. The tray. Drills it from outside.
Okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now, here is Starks. 14 points for him. Pass to McDaniel. Camby dishes to Oakley. Ward the pass to McDaniel. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Ward misses. Bulls trail by 11. Rodman with the ball. Camby picks him up. Here's Kukoc, and he makes good on the layup. Kukoc has got 5 points in the quarter.
His team is down because he's not shooting enough. There's no reason he shouldn't be getting more looks right now.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there better coaching or bigger staffs for sure?
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now.
Changing it up. Dudley's checked in, and King subbed in for Charles Oakley. Now, here's Richardson. There's a screen to the paint. McDaniel. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. He dishes it to Kerr. Kukoc with it. He has 5.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
That's his first personal foul.
Screen by Grant. Kukoc kicks to Grant. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Bushley. Kukoc for 3. They grab their own miss. The Knicks leading by 9. Dudley dishes to Richardson. Here's McDaniel. They set the pick. Here's Starks. Misses off the left iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Kerr, the pass to Grant. Back to Kerr. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
The feed now to Richardson. Top of the key, Dudley. King outside. Richardson with the screen on Kukoc. Here's Starks. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Starks has got 11 points in the quarter. Kerr against Richardson. Kerr kicks to Grant. Now here's Kukoc. He's covered closely. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Ooh, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
And good that time. And now an 11-point Knicks lead.
Yeah, and he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Now here's Kerr. 16 points for him. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
It's Richardson on the wing, defended by Kerr. Richardson dishes to Starks. Dudley with a screen on Rodman. A shot by Starks, no good. Bulls trail by 11. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Kukoc for 3, drains it from beyond the arc. Kukoc has got 8 points.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Now Starks, 16 points for him. No good there. And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback. Now enjoying the lead. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we take a listen to the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Everybody hang tough. Now look, we got to tighten up our defense down here. Keep them off the line. Move your feet. Concentrate on your body position.
And Tom Thibodeau wanted his team to maintain that aggressive defensive stature, but be really smart about it too, and I can see that.
Yeah, they're stopping the shot, but then you send the guy to the line. That's not going to help you on the scoreboard.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Pippen is out there with Tony Kukoc. Then there's Grant, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Harper in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. King, that's good.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, that man is going for the jugular.
Here is Harper. Grant with a screen on Jackson. Screen by Grant. Harper kicks to Jordan. And the Bulls, another 3.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Jackson kicks to Porzingis. The 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 7th assist in the game. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And it's Ewing penetrating. Jackson misses. Bulls trail by 10. Outside Jordan. Screen by Grant. Off the pick. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's now 28 points for Jordan. And here's Jackson. They set the screen. Pass to Houston. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They got a monster league that's taking a life of its own.
Now here's Kukoc. Screen by Grant. Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by New York. Ewing's got 11 rebounds in the game. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside Pippen. Harper the pass to Grant. Stolen by Ewing. Pass to King. Here's Houston. Takes a 3. Good on the triple. Houston's got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
In the first half, he got wild and loose from beyond the arc. Now he's hit 3 more since. Remarkable.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here, as the team badly needs to regain focus.
Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Michael Jordan at the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Jordan. And so Jordan nails both of them. New York leading by 12. Pass to Houston. Ewing against Longley. Ewing can't hit. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Jordan. Screen by Longley. Inside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Jackson. And they double up Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Screen by Longley. Kukoc passes to Longley. King with the steal. Tries from 10. Nice jump shot. Good. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Right now he's being too passive and not looking for his shot enough. He needs to be more aggressive and get more shots up because he's shooting well.
Now here's Jordan, and they double up Jordan. Screen by Longley. Here's Pippen, and Ewing sends it back. Here's Houston. He's guarded by Harper. Kukoc with the steal. He kicks it to Harper. Outside Jordan. Outside, Kukoc. Back to Pippen. Screen by Longley. With the teardrop, it's hauled in by Ewing. The Knicks leading by 12. Here's Houston. Feeds to Jackson. From deep. That one doesn't go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harper's shot's good.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Jackson against Jordan. Jackson dishes to Ewing. Over Longley. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
Three-pointer, Kukoc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight. New York's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Jackson passes to King. The pass to Houston. Dishes it to Ewing. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Knicks lead by 9.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and prolific. Fun duel to watch.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Jackson. Over to the left wing. Houston. It's good from long range. Houston's got 35.
You can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this lead.
There's the dish to Jordan. There's the pick. He feeds it to Kukoc. Another 3 for Chicago.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Pass to King. Here's Porzingis. That one doesn't drop. Kukoc with the defensive effort. Outside Jordan. Kicks it to Pippen. Back to Jordan. Outside Kukoc. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 5 assists in the game. The Knicks leading by 4. Passes to Houston. The screen from Ewing. And it's Chicago with the rebound. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Jordan with the bucket.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
You see why his number's being called dangerous score down the stretch.
Now here's Jackson. Here's the screen. He dishes it to Ewing. 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And the Bulls making a change here. Rodman's checked in. Here's Harper. Longley, a screen on Jackson. Screen by Longley. Harper the pass to Longley. Left side Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Ewing. Here's Houston. The feed to Jackson. Porzingis with a screen on Jordan. Jackson kicks to Porzingis. Knocked loose.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Jordan with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Pass to Longley. He kicks it to Rodman. Screen by Longley. To take the lead. Rodman no good. The Knicks have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Harper dishes to Rodman. Left side Jordan. Rodman sets a screen. Count it. 37 points for Jordan.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
I'm so surprised in a game this close. I know it's easy to criticize, but the defense has to be better in the fourth.
Now here's Ewing. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Ewing's got 21 in the game. We've got 1:55 left in the game. They set the pick. Pops it up for Jordan. Patrick Ewing comes up with the rebound. Ewing's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Porzingis passes to Houston. A three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Screen by Longley. Jordan with it. He's picked up by Ewing. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
That can happen when the energy gets turned up, the stakes gets raised, bad miscue.
Scottie Pippen's checked in for Tony Kukoc. Jackson against Jordan. Jackson is doubled. Nick Daniel, the pass to Jackson. To the paint. Ewing inside. Covered by Longley. Ewing's shot is good. Ewing's got 14 points here in the second half. Bulls trail by 5. Jordan with it. The pass to Longley. Excellent defense there from Ewing.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes.
The tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game.
On the offensive boards, he has been a force. Offensive rebounding is all about pursuing the basketball, and he has not stopped that pursuit all night. The second chances he's created have been a big factor.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan slamming it down.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Jackson is doubled. Ewing, the pass to Houston. New York moving it around. Porzingis kicks to Ewing, and he goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. They set the pick. Feeds to Harper. All alone. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And that bucket ignites the crowd.
And the emotions of these fans right now boiling over after that shot. You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Chicago with the ball. Rodman sends a screen. Pippen kicks to Harper. Pippen dishes to Harper. Laces one from 3.
Not only is he a deadly shooter from out there, but he is towering over his defender.
9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Pippen kicks to Hart. Outside Jordan from downtown. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.